everyone, Joshua here from back to a new Minecraft video. And yes, we are on the day of the 1.21 Tricky Trials update. It is finally here. And as y'all can see, we have a new background for the main title screen. And it is the inside the trial chambers. Very fitting for the Tricky Trials update. Yes, and as y'all can hear too, the music in the background as well. But yeah, the long-awaited 1.21 update is finally here, which I have already updated it on my Switch as well. And I just now updated it on my PlayStation right before making this video. It just finished updating right before I started making this. But yeah, crazy to think that 1.21 is finally fully released. It is finally out. This spawn though. Look at this. I swear, almost every time I do a new world, it's always in a snow biome. Why are snow biomes so common nowadays? But that's not the important thing. That's not what's important. What is important is, of course, the Tricky Trials update, right? And of course we have the blocks that which again, I am going through every block that is in the Tricky Trials update, and may have came separately before the actual full update has released, like the new trapdoor or the new copper variances. Yeah, we got the new copper variances. Again, pretty much doing a recap of some of the features that y'all may have already known before. But again, we got the new coppers. So yeah, new copper variances for this update. Which I like the new coppers. And then of course we got these chiseled variances. And then of course we got the copper bulbs as well. Different copper variances of the copper bulbs. So a new way to light up your house or your builds. And you can either use a button or a lever to activate it. Yeah, you can either use a button or a lever to activate it. And then of course, once you activate it once, you don't have to activate it again unless if you want to turn it off, though. Again, a new source of light, though. A new source of light. And then, of course, we have the breeze rod. And if you have a breeze rod and a heavy core, you can make the new weapon known as the mace. This thing is too OP. This thing is too overpowered. I can just say this thing is something that you would not think that would be in Minecraft, because this weapon is absolutely crazy of how strong it is. Then of course we have the wolf armor, which you can diet as well, and we have the wind charge for when you kill a breeze. And yes, you can actually kill the warden in one hit as well. And this weapon only really works if you're a certain height, right? As long as you are a certain height and you do a perfect hit, like right before you're about to hit it, if you do it perfectly, you can get really good damage with it. Again, just having a new weapon in Minecraft, though. And then, of course, we have the ominous bottles. Yes, the ominous bottles. And now if you kill a pillager captain, you know, like a regular pillager captain, you know, with the banner, or go to a pillager outpost and kill it, they'll drop ominous bottles. And when you drink it, you'll get the bad omen effect. And the bad omen effect is very useful for getting the ominous trial key in the trial chambers. And the ominous trial key is used to get the ominous, or is used for the ominous spawner, trial spawner in the trial chambers. And of course we have the regular trial key as well. We got 2 new smithing templates as well. 2 smithing templates. Bolt and flow. We got some new banner, or we got some new I think pottery shards too. Do correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember what the last ones were, or what the names were, but we also got new enchantments. Yes, new enchantments for the mace. Yep, new enchantments exclusively to the mace. I mean, this weapon, even though you would think this weapon is already too powerful, yeah, it's got to have some enchantments that you can get for it. It's got to get some enchantments for the weapon. And, of course, obviously, you may have to get separate maces to put different ones on here. Right, these different enchantments on, because, you know, sometimes you're gonna have to get separate weapons in general to put different enchantments on it. But again, new enchantments for the mace. Like I mentioned, like the mace needed to be stronger. Right? Like the mace needed to be stronger already. I want to try some. I want to pretty much show y'all what I'm talking about, though. I'm going to get me a barrier block in the commands. I'm going to get me a warden. And I'm going to show y'all how freaking powerful this thing is. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, the mobs, we have the armadillos, right? We have the armadillos. We have the new breeze mob that can only be found in the trial chambers. And we have the bog, which it's like a swampy type of skeleton as well. Here, let me put it down here. And, believe it or not, you can actually, where's the sears? You can use sears on it to get the mushrooms off of it. Oh yeah, and it shoots poison arrows as well. And it also spawns in the trial chambers. Yes, it spawns in the trial chambers. But yeah, 3 different new mobs in this update as well. And once again, I'm going to use barrier blocks to keep the warden in place. Because I'm going to be showing y'all just how powerful the mace is. I'm just going to be showing y'all how powerful it is. And I'm going to get a regular mace too. A mace that is enchanted and a mace that's not enchanted. First, we're going to show... And again, we got to do it perfectly. It only depends how you pull it off of how high you are. Okay, I completely missed there. Again, you gotta time it perfectly. You gotta time your hit perfectly. That's how the mace is pretty much works. It depends how, when you're in the air, and, you know, how you hit it. Again, we have different enchantments, and y'all can see what the enchantments do, too. So it could just depend on the enchantments, too. Personally, I never really experimented much with the enchantments. Even though they were in the preview versions, I never experimented on the new enchantments for the mace yet. Which I do have a wind burst. So, here, let's just use the regular. You are able to snipe it though. Unless if they changed it. Unless if they did change it, which they pretty much may have, and of course I may have not have noticed, but again, the mace is still powerful. The mace is still powerful. Again, you have to go be a certain amount of blocks in the air, and you really gotta do it perfect. But trust me, this weapon is powerful. Trust me, this weapon is crazy. And we have no potion variances. Yeah, we have wind charging, we have waving, oozing, and infestation. Now, I have gotten these in trial chambers before. When exploring the trial chambers, I have gotten these effects. I really still not sure what they're meant. What these potions are meant for. Like what they're used for exactly. Still unsure about that. But again, we got no potions. We have the crafter. Yup. Automatic crafting is here. Automatic crafting is here. Like, let's say... Here, let's do, like, emeralds. Let's say I wanted to make emerald blocks, right? I wanted to make full emerald blocks. Let's say. Again, this works for anything, though. It's like a regular crafting table, but it's automatic, too. As long as you press a lever or a switch, or press a button or a lever. So, we have 7 in here, right? So, if we have, once again, it works with a lever or a switch. See? This is going to be really good for redstone users, though. This is going to be really, really good for lots of redstone. But yeah, like I said, it works for anything. But automatic crafting, yeah, who wouldn't like it? Automatic crafting. And, of course, we have new music desk. Yup. We have new music desk in this update. 3 new music desk in this update. We have Creator. We have Creator Music Box. And we have... Not sure how you pronounce this one. But, again, new music desk. I ain't gonna play them for certain reasons, just in case. But... there are new music discs, and I have heard these music discs, and they sound amazing. So trust me, play these yourself. Okay, I recommend y'all play them. Again, I would play them, but you know, for just in case certain reasons. I'm just going to be safe. But, again, do play Demdo. We have, I think, yeah, we have two new banner types as well. We got 2 new banner types. So, let's get a piece of dye. Just to show y'all. We got this one, which has pretty much resembles, I guess, an armadillo. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be an armadillo. It represents the armadillos. That's what at least I can guarantee. That's what it represents. Oh, wait, I meant to get another banner. I need to get another banner. And then, of course, we have... Oh, okay. So that was the same one. We gotta get the other one. I got rid of the one that we needed before. Okay. So, this one's called Flow. So, remember that. I grabbed it again. We need to get the other one. Guster. I guess that's how you pronounce it. We gotta get this one. Which, of course, it resembles the Braze. Really cool, ain't it? They're really cool looking. And, of course, we got new tough variances. Here's the regular tough, right? We got new tough variances. So, we got tough stairs, tough slabs, tough wall, chiseled tough, polished tough stairs, polished tough slabs, polished tough wall, tough bricks. Let's place these down. Again, tough, obviously, tough needed to have different block variances, right? It just needed some new block variances. We needed new blocks for the tough. And then, of course, we have the tough brick variances as well. These are really cool looking blocks, too. I'm not gonna lie. I really like how these look. And, of course, we have the vault and the troll spawners as well themselves. Also, we have... Let me show y'all the wolves. I did in fact mention, of course, the wolf armor, but I didn't actually show y'all. Yeah, I didn't exactly show y'all how it looks on the wolves. But again, you can have armor for your dogs. I gotta find bones. I gotta find the bones. There we go. And, of course, you have to use a cauldron. You gotta use a cauldron, and, again, you can dye it different colors. But yeah, now your pet wolves can now be protected. Okay, that one's after a rabbit. But again, you can have different colored wolf armor. Okay, I did not mean to dye that one again. Okay, let's break it and get a different color. Again, different colored of the wolves. Probably one of my favorite features, though. Finally having armor for your wolves, though. Right? Finally having armor to protect your wolves. Oh, and also, Of course, the biggest thing in this update, of course, is the trial chambers. We have a new structure, and we also have a new map for the cartographer villager. Yes, we have a new map from the cartographer villager. So I gotta find the villager spawn egg. We need to be able to get the map. Gotta find a cartographer villager. I'm not sure what one is the cartographer in the snow. You're a librarian. But again, we have a new map. You know, similar to the Woodland Mansion map, Exploration map, and the Ocean Monument map. We have one for the trial chambers. That leads you to the trial chambers. Okay, I just heard a villager dying. Oh, I think this is one. Yep, this is one. No, he changed his trade! He changed his freaking trade before. Don't you hate it when that happens? That happens to me a lot. I hate when that happens. The villager just changing his trade before. Oh wait, yeah, duh, I couldn't do it because we need paper. I don't have paper. Of course, we have, like I mentioned, the ocean map. We have the ocean monument map, like I mentioned. Let's see, where's... I was gonna get paper to tray. May have to get several of these. Yeah, having to get several of these ocean maps. Just get several of these. Here we go. And like I mentioned, we have the woodland map, and we now have this one. Yep, the trial chamber maps. Which again, similar. It works very similar to the woodland and ocean monument maps. They lead directly to the structure. It will take you directly to the structure. So make sure you trade with the cartographers for an easier way to get to the trial chambers. This is an excellent addition, though. This is a very excellent welcome addition, adding a map to the actual trial chambers to make it easier. Looks like this trial chamber is going to be under the ocean, though, which kind of sucks. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I always hate it when I'm looking for structures that's not supposed to be underwater. Or, you know, not like an ocean monument or anything. That would be underwater. So, yeah, we're going to have to go underwater here. And we have hit it. We have hit the trial chambers. Again, they changed the colors. They changed the color of the potions. So I gotta figure out the night vision one. But yeah, we have made it to the trial chamber. Which again, is a new structure. A new type of challenge as well. This is where you're going to be able to find a heavy core. And the breeze rods. And the breezes and bogs themselves. And lots of loot, too. like this one has an iron block, a piece of cake, and a diamond. And there's going to be barrels and pottery shards, which make sure you break them because, yeah, there's loot inside of them. And of course, we have the trial spawners. And if you kill the mobs that are in the trial spawners, they will open, the trial spawner will open and give you rewards after you kill all the mobs from the trial spawner. It will give you rewards, and it will also give you the trial key. With the trial key, here, I could just put all these in this empty chest. But yeah, the trial key is used for the vault that you do like that. Again, you can get the trial keys as a reward for baiting all of the mobs in the trial spawner. You can get rewarded with a trial key. And like I mentioned before, if you have an ominous trial key, you can get an ominous trial key if you have the bad omen effect. Make sure you have the bad omen effect before going into the trial chambers. So these can turn ominous. The trial spawners can turn ominous. And if you do exactly the same thing as before, kill all the mobs while having a bad omen effect, you can get the bad omen, or the ominous trial key. Yeah, you can get the ominous trial key, which can be used here. And not all the time, but if you are lucky, you can be able to get the heavy core. To get the heavy core for the mace. Again, it's just by luck, though. It's luck. So, you have to be lucky. Oh yeah, and there's these different rooms, too, where there's bedrooms. So yeah, you have to be lucky here. You need to be lucky. Obviously, I just got an enchanted apple. I just got an enchanted apple from that ominous trial spawner. I mean, obviously, if you're in creative, you don't have to have the ominous, or the bad omen effect on, right? You don't have to use the bad omen effect if you're in creative. But when you're in survival, that's the way to do it. These are pretty good side structures, though. I won't lie. I really like how big these structures are, though. Oh yeah, and the braze charges, if you put them in a crafting table, or, well yeah, in a crafting table, you can get, no, sorry, if you put a braze rod in a crafting table, you can turn them into braze charges, or you can, yeah, you can turn them into the wind shards. If you put the braze rods in it, you can get the wind shards. Like I said, these are very big structures, though. And I'm very excited to properly explore these in survival, though. Right? Since the update is finally here, it's going to be so good to finally be in these structures. I'm going to go into Spectator, just to show y'all. Look at the size of these trial chambers, though. Look at the size of the trial chambers. Just to show y'all. I mean, obviously, there are different other rooms, too. It just depends on the trial chamber that you spawn. They can have different rooms inside. Like, one of them can have powdered snow inside. Yeah, that you have to be careful with. But again, This update is really cool. Definitely one of my favorites. This one has to be one of my personal favorite updates to come into the game. And I guess people are going to be wondering what's next, right? I'm sure people are going to be wondering, probably not so long from now, are going to be wondering what's going to be next after this update. Now that the Tricky Trials update 1.21 is fully released, people are going to be wondering, what is 1.22 going to be? Right? That's probably going to be a lot of people's questions, or many people's answers, is what's going to be in 1.21 or 1.22. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see at Minecraft Live this year, which is most likely going to be around October, September time. I mean, last year it was in October. Normally it's close to the fall, or around the fall time. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see during Minecraft Live in October, or in the fall, of what the next big update will be. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a lot of fun with the Tricky Trials update while we wait for Minecraft Live. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Go and enjoy the Tricky Trials update. It should be available for all of y'all. Again, it is available on PlayStation because that's what I'm showing it on. And I updated it on my Switch. I got the update on my Switch, on Nintendo Switch. It should be out for Xbox as well. And PS5. And, again, pretty much the Bedrock platforms. And Java as well. But yeah, definitely going to explore this update. 1.21 is finally here. The Tricky Trials update is finally here. And just to think about this, though, the Tricky Trials update came out today. And you know what comes out tomorrow? Inside Out 2. Yeah. Today, the Tricky Trials update. Tomorrow, Inside Out 2 releases in theaters. We are in some good times here. I can just say, we are in some exciting times here. But like I said, I'm definitely going to be having lots of fun with this update. And hopefully y'all will be too, as well. Hopefully y'all will be too. Yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Go to the next one.